I get questions all the time about compensation, as it relates to employee versus independent contractor, especially for these small organizations that have their executive directors set up or looking to pay their executive directors. And so I get questions all the time around their compensation as a whole. Can I pay them independent contractors? Can I pay them as employees? What about fringe benefits? What about reimbursement? So can you give us a little bit of guidance on, for one, can an executive director be an independent contractor in your experience? And two, like, what are some of those fringe benefits that really should be taxable, but people kind of miss that and they just write a check out thinking it's an expense reimbursement when in reality it's some sort of taxable allowance or something?
So let's jump into compensation first. Normally, if you have an executive director or someone that works for the nonprofit, then normally they are going to be compensated with the W-2 wage, as opposed to an independent contractor. If they are an independent contractor, there are certain things that they need to have, like a contract. They have to have their own hours, so the nonprofit cannot tell them when to work. The biggest thing on an independent contractor is, if you want to be able to replace yourself with another person, an independent contractor should be able to do so. So a lot of times you have to be paid as a W-2 wage because you can't let someone else replace what you do for that nonprofit because they don't have the ability or the expertise, things of that nature. So more times than not, you're going to want to pay compensation to your executive director and not necessarily your board. Your board is usually voluntary.